224,000 jobs added in June. Come in, David McIntosh, Club for Growth president. David, I'm happy. Are you?
Very happy with that report. It was very strong, and it indicated the economy continues to grow, I think in large part thanks to the president's tax and deregulatory policies. And as you mentioned, the key was that essentially this is going to put a pause on those who want to see changes in the rates, because employment looks good, inflation is about at target, there really is no reason for change.
Well, and 335,000 people coming back into the workforce, so that course have ticked up the unemployment rate to higher than it had been. 3.7 is a worrisome rate for some, but not to me when I see all those people coming back into the workforce.
I think that's right. That's an indication the economy is continuing to expand and people are responding. That's one of the biggest changes from the Obama-era recovery and the Trump-era recovery, is that now the pie is getting bigger.
And of course,
that means more people can find jobs.
Exactly. And if you build it, they will come. We had a very tight labor market. In fact, some were concerned that there weren't enough people looking for jobs, and that was making it more difficult for employers to find people that they could hire. Now, with the influx of 335,000 coming back in, that's going to make it a little easier for employers who want to hire more to expand more.
I think that's right. And you're seeing wage increasing slowly over time, 3.5% annually, and that's a response. Employers are realizing they're going to have to pay good wages in order to continue to attract more people to come off of unemployment and come back into the employment market.
And just imagine, David, what would happen if we got a China deal. In fact, I want you to listen to what National Economic Council head Larry Kudlow said about the China trade deal. Take a listen.
I could promise you that we're working hard at it, reopening the talks, but I could promise you we're seeking a balanced relationship.
Now, we're going to hear from Larry later this hour. He's sounding optimistic. Do you think a deal is going to get done soon?
I think there's a good chance that they will get to a deal. Both sides have an interest in doing that. But what you're seeing right now with China announcing, well, we're not going to do anything unless you remove all the tariffs.
Right.
They know that's not going to happen. They're staking out their extreme position. In a way, the president's already done that in threatening to add more tariffs. That phase is done. Now we're going to get back to real negotiations, and that's a very positive sign.
Well, and I think the give on our part on Huawei, now some people are concerned about it, wondering if we're giving too much to Huawei, considering how dangerous they could be. But anyway, that give was a real positive step for a deal, was it not?
I think it was very much a positive step. The big question here is going to be, you're never going to get all of what we need from China on recognizing property rights, particularly intellectual property rights. But if they move in the right direction there and then agree on the trade side to a more balanced trade, I think that'll be a deal that would look good to the president, and then we can move forward and it'd be a tremendous success for the economy. The tariffs are hurting us. They're a drag on the growth. And if we can get to a deal where those come back off, you're right, another round of really fantastic economic growth.
And I'm sensing desperation on the part of the Chinese. I mean, not only the slowdown in their own economy, but what's happening in Hong Kong is of great concern to them, as it should be. So it looks like they're hungrier for a deal than they have been.
And the key, and I think I'm hoping that Larry Kudlow, who I know understands this, is able to get the president's ear. The key is letting the Chinese save face even as they make those concessions. And that's just a cultural aspect to it that needs to be factored into the whole negotiation process.
David McIntosh, always a pleasure. And we're, by the way, going to be able to ask the man himself, National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow. He's going to join us to talk.